The first Belfast, I think for me it was it was a big deal. I'd obviously tried to enter the race the year before, and I was very disappointed not to be able to do that, just due to obviously not being old enough. And it was really exciting for me to be on the start line, and the buzz and the excitement, you know, and about to start the race, and the atmosphere was just electric atmosphere, and it was just buzzing, the blood was flowing, and a really positive experience. So I've ran 39 Belfasts, and the next one at the end of April will be my 40th, and that'll be hopefully my 40th consecutive Belfast. The first time achieving a goal is very memorable. So for me, with being so young, only 17 at the time, and actually getting round, because I didn't really know what to expect with it being my first race, how tough it was going to be in the later stages. So I would say for me it would have been the first was certainly very, very memorable. Hopefully my 40th is going to be very memorable as well. In the early days, it was the little shields they gave out for the finishers for about a dozen years or so. As you can see, they were very, very smart, and I have them in a little display case at home to try and keep them the scratches down to minimum on them. So yeah, so they were for about the first dozen years, and then they brought on then the medals, and obviously if things evolved, and there's an example there of the 40th Belfast medal, so things have came quite a way, you know, from obviously the last 30 or 40 years. I think the ultimate as regards the story was obviously the Antarctic, where we had to actually run the marathon on the ship because the weather conditions were so bad. The 2 days before the race there was 70-mile-an-hour winds, and the course was actually flagged out on one of the research bases in the Antarctic, and we were all kitted out ready to go in the morning of the race. And the race organiser informed us that it wasn't safe to get off the ship onto the Zodiac to get into the course because of the high winds. So the race organiser and the captain of the ship went into the captain's quarters, and they had a meeting for about 45 minutes, and they came out and they said, right guys, we think we'll have a solution. And everybody was all ears. Well, what's that? And they said, well, the only option is now we'll run the marathon on the ship. You know, typical of the Americans, a big and bold medal there, but I think it's a really nice medal. It's amongst one of my favourites, and so really, really nice there with the penguins, etc. on it. So this big one here is the marathon majors medal. So you have to actually run, as you'll see there's the 6 circles there, and that's you have to run the 6 majors there for that one. The New York, Boston, Chicago, London, Berlin and Tokyo. You have to run those 6 races to actually get that medal. I do it because I love the challenge, I love the race, I love the atmosphere, very positive experience. So I'm really hoping to do it as long as I can physically do it, you know. So this is my 40th. My goal hopefully maybe would be to do 50. So